Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Little League President and CEO, Mr. Stephen Keeter, and the Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden, joined by his grandmother.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2009 Little League World Series Championship game. Before we get to a great championship game, we're taking a moment today to honor one of our own. If you're familiar with our guest today, you probably know he was a United States Senator from a neighboring state for 36 years. You also probably know that he took the train home every night from Washington, D.C. to Delaware so he could be with his family. You may even know about some of his legislative achievements, but what you probably don't know is that his values of fairness, courage, and dedication to something larger than himself were instilled in Joe Biden when he played at the Green Ridge Little League, not far from here in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Those values helped Joe Biden overcome some of the toughest tragedies and challenges you can face in life. Those values taught Joe Biden that when you get knocked down, you always get back up. Those values brought Joe Biden to the second highest office in our great nation. And his dedication to his family, public service, and his great love of our great game are what bring Joe Biden here today. So it is my great honor, my distinct privilege on behalf of the Little League International Board of Directors to enshrine Joseph Biden, Vice President of the United States of America, into the Peter J. McGovern Little League Museum Hall of Excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the United States. Folks, I've got to tell you the truth. My three granddaughters with me here today, and I've dreamed of this moment my whole life. If you had told me when I was an 8-year-old playing in my first Little League game for the new car dealers in Green Ridge, Pennsylvania, that I had a choice. I could do what Chris did and pitch in the World Series and win it, or be vice president, I would have pitched. I'm not kidding. You know, like so many of the men and women here, probably more men than women, because it wasn't until the last 20 years we gave great athletes like my three granddaughters the same kind of opportunity I had when I was a kid. But you know, baseball was a part of my life as long as I can remember. I remember having a ball, a batter, and glove in my hand from the time I can remember. And you know, the famous Hall of Famer, Rogers Hornsby, they once asked him, they said, "What do you do during the winter and the off season?" He said, "I stare out the window and wait for spring to come." Well, I, like all of you, staring out the window for 20 years of my life, waiting for spring to come. And what I'd like to thank the Little League for today is not only bringing back great memories by having me here, but bringing back great memories of my father and his friends. When they opened up the first Little League in Scranton, Pennsylvania, they spent all spring out there carving out a diamond in a place that there never was a ball field, busting their necks after work and on the weekends, and then through the whole year, being there for us. And so many new parents here have given so much to sacrifice so much for your children to be able to be here on this glorious day. As I said, like all of you, I remember my first game. I was 8 years old. My new car dealer shirt didn't quite fit me. It came down to my knees. I was so little. I remember getting up that morning, never got up early. Walking out on North Washington Avenue, all ready in my uniform. The game wasn't until 1 o'clock. And I was out there and it looked like it was going to rain, and I just prayed. I literally prayed to God that it wouldn't rain. And I remember my neck was stiff. And I couldn't remember why. Then I realized I slept with my glove and my ball, with a belt cinched around it, one in the pocket, under my pillow. I tell you what, there's nothing like those memories. Let me conclude by saying that I started off as a shortstop and ended up the rest of my career in high school beyond playing center field. And one of my heroes was Joe DiMaggio, and he said, there was always some kid who made me see me for the first or last time. I owe him my best. That's what I learned from 8 years old on playing Little League. We owe our best to whomever's watching. I hope that I've done that in my career. Now, that universal lesson, this universal game, in the universal language of baseball, now let's watch the two best teams in the world decide who's going to be the world champion in Little League.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the two newest members of Little League's Hall of Excellence, Chris Drury and the Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden.
冰上曲滚球的职棒选手，职业选手，以前是打少棒的。